All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our smart contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. And today I told you that we're going to be going over this code here from our VS Code. So I actually brought the entire code over from the VS Code over to our Remix IDE. And this top one is the one we're going to be running today. This bottom one is just here for example, so I can show you what's going to be going on. Let's do some quick light reading. So why is this function, this one here, a pure function? Because it does not read any state or global variables. Like I told you, the pure can't read state or global variables. So what would a function that does not read or does not read only look like? It would look like something like this. I'm going to explain this one down here. Now let's add a state variable, which we will call count. You can see that the count here. We'll make it public integer 256, as you can see right here. Now let's say we're going to update this state variable using a self.count plus 1. This will make our function not read only. It's trying to make updates to the state variable, and this won't be read only. So this is trying to add the self.count1, which will add 1 to whatever the return value of x plus y is, which as again we can't do because the pure is only a read only, and if we can't access any state or global variables, this right here would be an example of a state variable. So the pure would be it would be a, what would you call that word? The state would be void, so it wouldn't actually run. Let me get and try to compile this now so I can show you exactly what it would look like, what would happen if we try to compile it. So as you can see here, we got an error inside of our remix. So say the state access violation cannot modify storage variable in a pure function. So this is actually holding it up because we're trying to actually access this state variable, and we can't because we're using a pure decorator. So let's get ahead and take this off here. Let's take off this bottom function. We're gonna get ahead and recompile it and see if it goes through. As you can see, it did go through. Let's get and deploy it and see what we get. So we're gonna get and deploy it. We're gonna move down, open the file up. So open up the file. And as you can see, we have our add function from the top. So we're going to let's do 31 plus 88. That will give us 119. See, our add function is working and it is read only. We're not making any modifications. We're not trying to add any thing from the outside. We're just strictly running this function here and reviewing it. So that's why the pure is able to work and it wasn't able to work with the one on the bottom because the bottom one had an outside state variable that was trying to modify the function, which wasn't allowed because we're using a pure decorator. So again, when we're going to add this function back here, and then we're going to go over this one tomorrow, and we're going to see how we can actually fix it, so we can actually use another decorator to actually make this function work for us. But that's one of the reasons why the pure wouldn't work using this, because it actually has a state variable as opposed to this one here when it's just running a pure function and it's read only. We're not trying to make any modifications or do anything different to it. But that's one of the things we went over today. Now again, I'm going to keep you posted as we move forward. But for now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.